All right, guys, welcome. Just trying to go live here for a minute. Give a little update. Well, there we go. The challenges of internet. So as you can see, I'm sitting out in the water, and I'm going to share my screen, kind of give you an idea about where I'm at, and tell you briefly about what I'm working with. Let me see if I can share my screen. Um, okay. All right. Let me double check that. Yep. So I am. So this is Fort Myers, Sanibel Island. See all that? State of Florida. All right. For those that haven't heard, I'm doing attempting to do the mini loop, and I'm down here. I put in up here, right up here in Placida. I came down. I stayed at one of my favorite places, Key Acosta State Park. Inside here at Pelican Bay was the first night, and then I worked down the next night all the way down around St. James City, and then right over to here and met up with Tommy from Happy Hours, and then we went over and wrapped it up, stayed right here, and then the next day I worked out through Fort Myers, fueled up here. Wait to see the video on that. That's an excellent place to fuel. And then I made my way south on the backside. I have done that real long time ago, but lately, the past I think 3 times I came down, I went on the outside, so I got video to show this, and I worked myself down to right here, and I'll show you on the map. And I anchored in here at the dog park. This was pretty cool. Had the puppies with me, of course. And here she comes. Every time I get on live, she wants to jump up here and see what's happening. This is Zeta. So we stayed right here. Actually got stuck. The tide dropped out under me. You good, girl? And the next day, so then we came around back to right here, which is Lover's Key Boat Ramp. And now I am just outside of this channel, right about right there. We're anchored for the night. So the brand new engine developed the oil leak, and I am working on that. I spent today running around getting parts. A buddy of mine, Brandon, came in to ride along. Fortunately, he had his truck. He's got it parked over here, so I did some running. So we'll see tomorrow. I'm gonna get up early and try to solve that problem. And if that works out, we're gonna head out and head south. We're gonna try to get down here to Marco Island. That's where we'll pop back in right here in Marco Island. And then I'm going to take the backside, which I haven't done in a very long time, because in the big boat, Good Times OG, I was always too nervous to go to backside here and go through Goodland. But I'm gonna do it in this boat. So that is the situation that we're dealing with now. I hoped to have worked on it today, but by the time my buddy Brandon got here, and then I took me 2 or 3 hours running around chasing parts. It's just too late, and I'm wore out. I've been hustling all day. So again, we are right here. All right. This is a cool place. If you get a chance, you can come in here. As you can see, just know that the tide moves really hard, real hard. That's why I moved back over this way out here where the tide won't move so hard, because it was borderline, let's say, dangerous if if you'd lost your anchor or something pulled anchor in the middle of the night out here, there's so much water moving through that pass. It could have woke up in Mexico. So as a general rule, I don't anchor right near the pass. But so anyways, that's what we're working with to see if. I know we had some. Hey, Teresa and Mama, what's happening? KB6, what's going on? Did you get the storm? No, Teresa, we didn't. It blew right on the inside of the coast. We're really right on the coast, so it blew up right past us. And I was kind of wanting it because my top, and you'll see all this eventually, but my top funnels water where I can fill up my water tank, and my water tank was running low. But just so happens this park or boat ramp where I'm at, it had water at a fish cleaning station, so I was able to clean up or fill up my water. But yeah, we'll be able to work it out. This is part of doing boating, doing the loop. You're going to have problems. This is why I went south doing the mini loop instead of going north. I had a little uneasy feeling about the boat, and until I get it, at least 100 hours in it before I take it on any longer. All right, let's see. We got some mud clubbers here. All right, this is some of the originals. Bruce and Jules, what's going on?
Hello.
How y'all doing? We hear your volume. Or I can't hear you. Wait a minute.
Hello, stranger.
I do. My bad. Hang on. Guys, I'm just getting back in the swing of things here. As y'all know, I used to do these. Let me turn that on. How y'all doing, Bruce? Jules? Can you hear me?
Doing good.
Okay, good deal.
Good to see
How's the
you.
weather up there? Bruce and Jules live in Michigan.
Yeah, we hear you.
They came down for our first annual
on the big
meetup.
screen and then on the phone, and I'm not sure which we're listening to.
Yeah, no, the audio is pretty good. Video is pretty good. Let me just say shout out real quick. These are Mug Club members. I encourage you to join the Mug Club, and you will get backstage access. You'll know information, and you'll be able to come on like they are. So I just want to do a shout out. We actually had somebody join today, but I didn't have a chance to get his name. But anyways, we'll see him. But what's going on up there?
Oh, it's about 67 degrees, and
Oh my goodness!
It's been a cold spring.
Has it?
Yeah, we went out to Saginaw Bay and Lake Huron for walleye fishing, and it was cold and windy for the 4 days we were there. So it's been a really cold spring here. So we're waiting for some real summer weather.
Well, we went straight from I think we had a whole week of spring, jumped right into summer. It's hot, but it's all right. I'm sitting in the AC. I don't know if you can tell it. I'm inside the boat, and the AC's kicking, so it ain't too bad. This other view, I don't know if we didn't do this last year or last season, but this is. So I'm talking to you on my laptop, and the second camera. Let's see if I can quit sharing. This second one is looking out the back of the boat, and that's the boat ramp. But it's kind of hard to see.
Oh.
Sun's going. You can see the sun is just now setting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So I was fooling yesterday with the trying to do my mobile phone, but I still had that feedback. I got to figure all that out so that I can go out and do little walkabouts and all that stuff that I used to do. But so long story short, I developed an oil leak. I don't know if you caught the live. Today I spent running around getting parts. So I'm hoping to solve that tomorrow. And then if that wasn't something, I woke up this morning and the alternator, when I cranked the boat up, the alternator is trying to stove up. Brand new alternator, brand new.
Dang.
And so I sprayed it and it seemed to get a little better, but I went by the auto parts store to get another one because I didn't want to head south without a spare since I was having problems, but they didn't have the right one. So we if I get my oil fixed, we might go on a wing and a prayer, start working on down the coast. We'll see what happens.
That's always something.
Yeah, I'm gonna call my buddy at the Bullfrog Creek Marina.
Yeah.
Get one coming. So if, worst case scenario, I'll have one. But
So where are you exactly?
so let me show you that.
I keep looking up at the big TV because I can see things.
It's delayed.
Yeah.
All right, can you see that map now?
I can see it on my phone, but not as. I'm waiting for it to come up on the big screen so we can.
Okay.
There it is. It's about a 10.
So I'll back out. State of Florida, Tampa's up here. We started up here in Placida. You might remember that from my last time that's where we put in, work down, went down into Pelican Bay, of course, my favorite. Then I came down. I stopped at Cabbage Key and had me a cheeseburger in paradise. Something about that. And I came down St. James City and I met up from Tommy right here on one of the islands right here. We hung out for a day.
From happy hour? Hour?
Hey, hush. Stop. So I'm looking through the porthole. Brandon got a big old catfish on the hook right out here. But what was you saying now?
It was Tommy
from Happy Hours.
Yes. Yeah,
Oh.
we hung out right there at the island, and then we came over and we tied up, rafted up right here. His wife was out of town, so he had some free time to kill. We rafted up, and I got to see his new boat. I'm gonna do a video on that as a possible loop boat, and then after he went back toward another direction, I'm not sure where he went. I came out and worked my way down through Fort Myers Beach, and I came to backside. Now, most times I go around out here, but I came through the backside, which brought us down to where I am now. And that is right here. So this boat ramp, today a buddy of mine came in, a fireman from my fire department, Brandon. He's on the boat now. His truck's parked over here. And we are anchored right out here.
Oh, how nice.
Just inside of that marker right there. We're anchored just out of the channel. He's out there fishing. And I wanted to give an update. So I got the parts on the boat now. We're going to see what we can do tomorrow morning first thing, because I want to try to start heading south tomorrow. I want to try to make Marco Island.
Ooh.
But anyways, yeah, that's what we're working with. I want to say, guys and gals, if you want to follow along, get more information, join the Mug Club. These are Mug Club members, and there were several that I sent the links out to, but I did it last minute because I really just started back trying to live stream them and trying to get everything. So the plan going forward is 5 o'clock to do the Mug Club members, and then depending on what happens from there, general live streams. But so that's what the plan is. Just put it in your memory. And of course, I'll try to send out the links ahead of time. But as a rule, unless something happens, I'm going to do like we did in first season. And it's 5 o'clock somewhere. So we'll try to get that going again.
Cool.
All right.
Hey, shout out to Tony Scott. Great guy. It was great to meet him.
Yeah.
and
Jennifer.
Jennifer and
Yeah.
Matt, right?
And your
Yes.
Family. It was just everybody. It was just a great bunch of people. It really was.
we had
Hey,
some-
it's funny. Adrian and Jennifer, they're heading to Michigan right now.
Oh,
So he would have been on, but they're literally. He sent me a picture. I think they're in the. Trying to think of the name of the restaurant, Cracker Barrel. He's in the Cracker Barrel parking lot.
oh,
So they
hi.
was getting ready to eat. And Tony Scott, I'm not sure why he's not actually on here. He normally is. He and I were talking yesterday. He gave me some secret stuff. We'll see in the video how it works about stopping the leak. So I'm gonna work on that in the morning, and we'll see how that works out. But
Yeah,
it's always an adventure. You know how it is.
Yep. Hey, another thing, when we were after you guys left, we were there and we went out. We did some sunset cocktail hour shark fishing, and what a blast that was. We were like getting into them, and
You missed it. this
yeah.
time.
Next time we do this, we'll all get together and do that because we were like just like hooking into
Where
the.
did y'all go to the pass?
Well, we went out to the pass and we went. We headed under the bridge and just really right around the bridge. And usually it was when the tide was going out, when the sun was setting. We chunked up some ladyfish, and it was like, man, it was like a constant action. It was a blast.
So people, in case you don't know what we're talking about, we had our first annual meetup in Fort DeSoto in March. Now, how cold was it up there where y'all were in Michigan?
When we left.
When we left,
when y'all.
it was cold.
And we
So
came-
they came down, and we did that. And of course, y'all normally come in April, I think.
oh,
Yeah. Mid-April is the best for us.
yeah.
We're gonna try to do that annually. That's gonna be our Good Times meetup. So that's what they're talking about. And it's, to me, is the best time boating in Florida because it hasn't got hot yet, but yet
Right.
the water is already warming up because the days will be up in the 80s and it's 60s at night. So yeah, absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, the
But,
beach.
yeah,
The water was warm enough to swim. The fishing was excellent. It was good. It can be a little windy, but you got to pick your.
Well, that's the challenge in the March, January, actually April too. We're still getting those northern winds, and that's a challenge. Now, as it is down here, normal days 5 miles an hour. Like I was when I was chasing parts, I was looking out in the Gulf flat calm. I wish that I could have been moving. Matter of fact, I would have stayed on the outside tonight. It's that calm.
Yeah.
It's kind of eerie to do that, to stay on the outside, through the overnights, but because the storm can blow up. But what I always do is I make an inlet. I go in and put down my trail. That way, if something does happen, I can follow my GPS trail back in. You know what I'm saying? So, but it is kind of weird staying on the outside at night, but it's beautiful because you have the coast, you got the lights of the coast, absolutely gorgeous.
We were there.
I'm looking forward to next year already. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's 67 out right now. So
what in the world? I thought y'all were supposed to be in the summer.
Yeah. I think we will be up in the 80s in a couple of days, and then it's going to go back down mid 70s, and that's good.
Okay. Let me say, Kayak 7 Seas, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Kayak, y'all know him. He's up in North Carolina mountains. He comes down here all the time. I forget I think he usually comes down in March or something like that. He's got a place over on the Space Coast. And they go over in kayak. Do y'all follow his channel, Kayak 7 Seas?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, he's got a good channel. Teresa, Teresa's actually goes to my church. Her her and her mama, they do all these Facebook. It's crazy thing. I'm gonna have to share it sometime. It's crazy. Her and her mama, they do some crazy stuff. But anyways, listen, I just wanted to get on. I wanted to send y'all Mug Club, kind of give you an update, and then I decided to go live. But so kind of, we're going to play it by ear, just by what's happening with the boat. But generally speaking, if I'm going to do a Mug Club live, I'll get the link out by 4 o'clock and then try to do my 5. So just FYI, for those that are looking, I'm going to leave a link in the description where you can join the Mug Club. There's benefits to it. You get to see some back end stuff, but you're also supporting the channel. Somebody said, I think Kike said, getting some sun. Absolutely. And I'm noticing I need to shave now. I think I'm going to do like I did before and grow a little goatee while I'm on the loop, while I'm on the mini loop. Anyways, so I think I'm going to shave the sides, but anyways.
That's fun.
Yeah. Well, listen, y'all say a prayer for us. Let's hope we can get it squared away, which I think we will. And if we have more problems, it's all just part of the adventure for sure.
It'll all work out.
Yep. All right. Listen, glad y'all could make it, and I'll send you a link out at least an hour ahead of time. You know, and since it's cold, y'all can't do too much boating anyways, huh?
Not yet. We haven't put the boat in here yet, so.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
Maybe.
All right. Well, listen, I appreciate it. Let's see. Kayak. Yeah, he spends a week in the spring, all December. Yep, December. I remember that. And then back in North Carolina. Yeah, I went up and met up with him in North Carolina, and we did French Broad River, kayaked, and that was right up there in Asheville where all that damage occurred.
Oh,
yeah, it was real bad. Last time I was up there, we took a load of stuff up there to Western North Carolina to try to help out, and it was bad. Yeah, bad. French Broad River. All right, well, I hadn't had dinner yet. I'm gonna wrap it up, and then we'll see y'all.
All right.
Soon.
Take care.
All right, thanks for coming on. See ya.
Bye.
Bye, Mike.
Bye.